Jim Sparks is regarded by many ufologists as the most reputable alien abductee we have ever known. Unlike many abductees, Jim Sparks claims that he can remember almost all of his experiences without the need for hypnosis. Over the years, there have been many cases of individuals who have come forward with stories of being abducted by aliens. Many of the claims of alien abductees lack any form of perfect evidence apart from injuries, lost memories, and body marks. Jim Sparks, however, claimed that he had been in a relationship with beings from outer space, also known as the Keepers, for many years. Jim Sparks, who is now an author of the book The Keepers, is considered to be the only alien contactee who remembers almost all of his encounters with the extraterrestrial entities. He has spoken about invisibility, time travel, multidimensionality, electromagnetic fields, and manipulation of gravity. Born on November 15, 1954, Jim Sparks, whose real name was Vincent Sparatino, was born into an Italian family and spent his childhood living in southern Florida before moving to Texas in 1979. Jim Sparks has told his story of how his first encounter with alien beings took place in 1988 whilst he was 34 years old. He recalled how it was 3:30 a.m., and he was fully conscious and aware of his surroundings. He was woken by the sound of a low-pitched whirling sound in his head. Very quickly, he could move neither his arms nor legs and realized he was paralyzed. I'm usually pulled the same way, which I call the hard way, and it's completely physical. My whole body is taken. I wake up from my natural sleep, and then there's the whirling sensation in the pit of my stomach, and it feels like it's coming up into my chest. When it gets up to my heart area, my heart starts beating fast, just racing in my head, and the whirling sound starts picking up RPM and is tremendously loud. It starts low and rises in pitch and screams in your head. The fear is like you're going to die. Your heart is racing 1,000,000 miles an hour, and then you get this acceleration feeling, but I always feel like I'm being pulled down. I never feel like I'm being pulled up. It's like I go down a roller coaster only 100 times faster, and whoom, you black out and you're there, where it is you're going to be, usually on board a craft. As other abductees have claimed before him, Jim Sparks was 100% convinced that he was pulled out of his bed through the ceiling. He said that aliens have the technology that allows them to create a field that is capable of moving humans, as well as other objects through solid matter. Not only that, he explains how the same technology can be used to make things invisible. Jim Sparks recalls how once he regained consciousness and found himself inside an extraterrestrial craft. His next encounter wouldn't come until May 1995, but this one was a life-changing experience. During this event, he claimed that he encountered reptilian humanoids. Similar to his first experience, Jim Sparks was pulled through the ceiling whilst being paralyzed and blacked out. This time he says he was taken to an abandoned amusement park. He also remembers how he felt absolutely no fear. As my eyes opened, I saw that I was at least 1,000 feet above the ground and slowly descending. Below me was an abandoned carnival park. I was floating over a large, old-fashioned wooden roller coaster, and I wasn't scared. I was calm and relaxed, and the ride was so gentle I was actually enjoying it. Once back on the ground, Jim Sparks claims that he was surrounded by at least a dozen tall, humanoid creatures. 2-meter-tall alien beings were surrounding him in a small circle. Everyone was looking at the alien to the left of Sparks. He recalls how his face was covered with a luminous hologram superimposed by a human face. He explained how these alien entities communicated with him via telepathy. He explained how at the time it seemed to him that they were all directing their thoughts to the alien on the left, but it turned out that they had one mind between them all. He watched the moving lips of the alien being that had a human face, but he only heard the voice in his head. The alien apparently explained to him telepathically that they had been in contact with our world leaders for a long time, even reaching particular agreements that would be kept secret from people, stating that humanity was not ready for the truth. In particular, an agreement was reached with the governments to improve the environmental conditions on the planet with the help of extraterrestrial technologies provided to them, but they violated this agreement. It was also agreed that in the meantime, steps would be taken to correct the environmental condition of your planet with our advice and technology. We say advice because we respect the fact that this is your planet, not ours. Your government also broke this agreement. According to the alien being, the water of the earth is contaminated. Trees, plants, and forests are dying. Also, several breaks have formed within the human food chain. You have an amount of nuclear and biological weapons which include nuclear and biological contamination. Jim Sparks claims that the alien being explained to him that our planet is overpopulated to a critical level, and that this could quickly lead to the end of humanity. The aliens also suggested better ways to derive energy as well as provide food to people without the need to destroy the Earth. The extraterrestrials also told him that many governments are aware of the technologies, but they will not take action and introduce them as they believe clean energy and abundant food to be a security threat. At the end of the conversation, the aliens said that in the near future, they would share more information with Sparks because of his work of saving trees. Before they went away, Sparks requested them to show him their real appearance. The aliens warned him that it might scare him, but he insisted. Near the aliens, a greenish luminous spot appeared in the air, which gradually became brighter. It highlighted the enormous growth of the creatures, whose bodies were covered with powerful muscles. Their heads were like snakes. These were representatives of the reptoid civilization. The diamond-shaped eyes shone with red pupils. Their faces looked like a cross between a lizard and a snake, nothing at all like the little gray guys. After the communication with the aliens, Jim Sparks came to the realization that the extraterrestrials were only interested in saving humanity to fulfill their needs, because disorientation in the human civilization could cause a serious threat to their own efforts. He was well aware of the fact that if he told his story by himself, there might have been consequences, and probably he would end up in some mental hospital. So he took the help of famous American investigative journalist Linda Moulton Howe to spread his story. The story of Jim Sparks is nothing less than fascinating. His story has been backed up by many professionals within the UFO community, however. Let us know your thoughts on his story in the comments section below.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to support this kind of content. See you on the next travel.